4.0 Gen 4x4, model SNV3S/1000G. A PCIe 4.0 capable SSD promising up to 6,000 megabytes per second sequential read and 4,000 megabytes per second sequential write speeds with 1 terabyte of storage. By the way, I've added a link below where you can check the latest deals and current price. Right out of the gate, the NV3 is built in the standard M.2 2280 form factor and uses the PCIe 4.0 x 4 NVMe interface, meaning it can tap into next-gen bandwidth on compatible motherboards and laptops to offer potentially sequential performance that's significantly faster than SATA SSDs and older PCIe 3.0 drives. Those up to 6,000 megabytes per second read. Numbers put it in the range where your system boots faster, apps launch quicker, and large file transfers are snappy. That's about 3 times the real-world performance of typical SATA drives in daily use. From a practical standpoint, 1 terabyte gets you room for your operating system plus tons of games, multimedia files, and productivity apps without worrying about running out of space. The drive also sports a mean time between failures, MTBF, of 2 million hours and a 320 terabytes total bytes written, TBW, endurance rating, so it's built to handle typical consumer workloads for years. It's made with 3D NAND flash, which helps give that mix of capacity and speed that if you're wondering how this translates into everyday usage. Imagine booting into your system in just a few seconds, launching heavy apps or games without waiting forever, or copying multi-gigabyte folders in a fraction of the time compared to older drives. That's because NVMe drives like this communicate directly with your CPU over many PCIe lanes, eliminating the bottlenecks you'd see on older interfaces. And while this Kingston doesn't include a heatsink, its low power consumption and cool operation make it a good choice even in laptops and compact desktops. If this breakdown is helping you, hit like so more people can find these deals. Now, a few real user perspective notes to keep in mind while reading reviews online. The NV3 line is a budget-oriented NVMe SSD, and many owners appreciate the value-for-money performance, especially for gaming and everyday workloads. However, some discussions online mention that in sustained heavy write scenarios, like very large file transfers beyond its onboard cache, the drive can show slower speeds than peak numbers, which is typical for budget PCIe 4 drives in this class. At the end of the day, is this drive worth buying at its price? If you're upgrading from SATA, or you want a cost-effective PCIe 4.0 SSD to speed up loading times and responsiveness in everyday computing, then yes, this delivers impressive 6,000 megabytes per second sequential read and 4,000 megabytes per second write performance on a solid 1 terabyte capacity platform. It's not the fastest SSD overall, but for its asking price and real-world usability, it's a compelling choice if you're after raw speed and storage space without spending top-tier money. Thanks for watching Tech Deals Hub. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe for more tech savings, and I'll see you in the next one.